Welcome to Formula Experiences at VIR on the North Course with the Formula 4. As we start the lap here, rounding the bend in the front straightaway and going under start-finish, line up for the brake zone, braking about the 5 marker, nice and smooth down to the aero board, starting to turn in, just touching the edge of the rumble strip, starting to feed power from second gear, tracking out mid-track, coming back towards the right. As we go into turn 2, staying a little bit off the curb, but looking out to the outside to brake and set up to turn in. Again, just clipping the curbings and then braking nice and hard down to second gear again, around turn 4. Nice and smooth as we accelerate through 5A and B and into the lower S's. Again, just clipping the curbs a little bit and trying to straighten out the lower S's, starting up through the gears. And as you get to the bridge, braking about the middle of the track and starting your way over to the left, turning into the North Course cutoff at the mid-track, clipping the curb and coming over the blind rise, tracking out to the left, meandering through these S's, braking a little bit before the left-hander that crests the hill here, and just light throttle as you clip these apexes and start back onto the North Course, braking a little bit down to second gear, into the top of roller coaster, adding power, upshifting third and fourth gear, braking on a diagonal into hog pin, and as you hit the compression at the bottom of the hill, starting to add power back, looking ahead to the track out, and then back up through the gears as we go around the front straightaway again. Eyes up, looking through the blind bend, just running the shortest distance around the inside. Then lining up for the brake marker again as it starts to go downhill at about the 4 marker on the brakes. At the aero board, starting to turn it in, just touching the curbing, adding power, tracking it back out mid-track, and then bringing it to the right. Lining up for turn 3 again, eyes up towards the outside of the road as you brake, downshift to third gear, just barely touching the curbs, and again brake hard down to second gear. Around the bend to turn 4, just a little bit of curbing if you want, accelerating through here, maybe a little bit of a lift as you turn in, then back to power as you go through the lower S's, just trying to straighten them out as much as you can, continuing up through the gears. Just after the bridge, braking, getting over to the left side of the road, eyes up towards the North Course cutoff, mid-track on the way in, just touch the curb, track out to the left side, and then just snaking through these S's, dab the brake at the pit out road, turning in, maintenance throttle all the way through this, and then adding power back as it goes uphill again, straightening out, careful on the bumps on the brake zone there, nice and tight down to second gear, just touching the curb a little bit, accelerating back through the gears, down the hill, out of hog pin, or down towards hog pin, on the brakes on a diagonal, and then picking up the throttle just as you hit the compression at the bottom of the hill here, tracking it out all the way again, out of hog pin, and that is 2 laps at the VIR North Course in the Formula 4.